Show.
Welcome, one and all, to the Spud Goodman Show. We have what some would call a super fabulous, bordering on breathtaking program for you tonight. How does actress Jennifer Jason Leigh sound? Spud ran into her a while back on the set of her new movie, Georgia. Or you might want to check out Spud's bodyguard taking him to get his first tattoo. That is, if you can handle a grown man crying. Oh, music? We have one of Billboard magazine's top 10 unsigned acts from last year, the Laura Love Band. Yep, I told you it was worth hanging around for, huh? So let's get moving and bring on Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Now what the heck are you doing in Seattle, Washington? My sources tell me you're here for a pool tournament.
No, we're not here for a pool tournament, although I do shoot pool in the movie.
Do you?
Yes.
All right, Smokey, pretty decent at that?
She's all right.
All right. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Okay, all right, sure. Okay, but you're here to do a movie?
Called Georgia.
Called Georgia.
Yeah.
All right, now.
About two sisters who are both singers, but they don't sing together.
All right, your co-star's Mare Winningham, correct?
Exactly.
See, I have a little bit. I did a little research. I stayed up kind of late last night. It was after Conan, actually. Now, let me just say this, which was a mistake. But let me say this. Your mother wrote the screenplay. Is that not?
She did.
That is, okay. Barbara Turner's your mother.
Yes.
And gotta ask you, did you harass her for years and years to do this, or did she do it on her own?
I've been wanting to work with my mother for a very, very long time. She's a brilliant writer, and I had this idea, and she wrote it, and here we are.
Since I heard she hates doing these things, maybe I should have brought a nice fruit basket or a couple half-pounders of M&Ms. Now, besides riding the monorail, you've been in town for a while in Seattle. What have you done for fun? Just curious.
Well, mostly a lot of singing, because and that's really, it's been great. So we get together and we have all these music rehearsals, and got to get up with John Doe and Smokey and Tony at the Crocodile and sing a couple of songs with them, which was huge for me. And
is that the first time on stage for you?
It was, actually, yeah.
At the Crocodile in Seattle, Washington. That's for the record. And the gig was good?
It was, oh, it was brilliant, yeah.
Been with a lot of men, Axel. Is there anyone I'm supposed to be approved by?
Approved by?
To meet. Family.
I don't think so. I mean, it's not like you have to meet them right away.
Axel Goldman, right?
Yeah.
See, I know it.
You've done Letterman.
I did do Letterman,
I saw that, so okay, I jumped to conclusions here. How did you deal with the fact in the pre-interview when they, like, pretty much told you what you could say and not say, right?
They don't do that exactly.
They don't? Okay, what do they do?
They just ask you to tell a bunch of stories, and then they say, that's a good story, that's not a good story, that's a good story.
Well, let me just tell you this. This is the Spud Goodman Show. You can say or do anything you want because this is unconditional television. I just want to state that, so if the mood moves you, there are no parameters here.
I suppose there is a chance I could be wrong, but I think Jennifer finds me totally repulsive.
Why do you think a lot of your peers have chosen another direction to maybe go a little bit more the mainstream route? I mean, you've taken major risks in your career.
Well, they're just the parts that I enjoy playing. They're the most fun for me to act, and maybe they're not so much fun to act for other people. And I don't know what's in other people's heads, so I don't know.
Is it me that maybe for some freaky reason you would have done Pretty Woman? It wouldn't have been like Cinderella Meets Rodeo Drive. It might have been a little bit more realistic. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of have a penchant for doing realistic film.
Well, that's what's interesting to me.
So, was I great or was I great? I wish I'd been there. You were there. Or was I just okay? You could hear a pin drop.
You were great.
Jennifer, most memorable moment to this point as a member of the human community, what do you think?
Excuse me?
Maybe I should bail right now and declare it a moral victory. At least she hasn't had me tossed off the set.
You were really close to my Spud. Would you speak to him for me?
I don't know about being close to Spud. He doesn't let anybody get too close.
Tell me about it. I'm his mother. He won't give me his home phone number. It's unlisted.
Since the show got picked up for national syndication, nobody on the crew can speak directly to him. If we've got any questions or comments, we now have to submit it in writing. Can you believe it?
So I guess you can't help me then. I've been taking voice lessons for the last 8 months. You would think the mother who almost died giving birth to the host would get to be a musical guest on the show sometime.
I hear you, Mrs. Goodman. Back in the old days, when we were only on in Seattle, I could play my accordion anytime I wanted. Well, almost any time I wanted. Okay. Mostly when a guest canceled or something.
It is a travesty. My voice teacher says I have a special gift. I should share it with the world.
Well, maybe Spud will get sick or something. You know, right before they start to tape the show. I'd bet we get some airtime then.
You mean I should pray for my baby to get a sudden attack of ptomaine poisoning? Maybe a bad pizza or shrimp salad.
Nah, that'll never work. I forgot. He's got this intern that tastes his food on the set before he takes a bite. You know, Spud is really getting paranoid.
Really? Well, a mother can always hope.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
Hamburger meat. Hamburger meat is a lot like Play-Doh. One can mold a set and host your own talk show. Or if you have a foot fetish, Rush Limbaugh's Big Toe. Being a big Bonanza fan, I just finished sculpting Little Joe. I bring hamburger meat with me wherever I go, and if asked to share, I almost never say no, except at family barbecues. Then I tell everybody to go and buy their own hamburger meat if they actually want to eat it. That's gross.
Hey, thanks for squeezing me in on such short notice.
Don't expect me to drop everything when you're neurosis beckons, okay?
I understand. I wanted to discuss with you something that's been bothering me for a long time. It happened like 15 years ago.
Spud, wouldn't it be more appropriate to discuss this with a priest or a rabbi?
I mean, it wasn't a venal sin or anything. I'm talking about not returning a library book. When we moved to another town when I was a kid, I kept a book. It was a really good book, a Jacqueline Suzanne novel. Well, I found it yesterday when I was cleaning out the basement, and it brought on a profound sense of guilt. I mean, I feel terrible.
Why don't you return it?
But I really loved the book. That's why I kept it in the first place.
It seems like we have a moral dilemma here, Spud. The choice between what's right and wrong.
I was sort of hoping that you could help me find the middle ground here.
In life, there are clearly moral absolutes. I think the ball's in your court.
No way am I giving up the book. They can't touch me. The statute of limitations is up, you know. What I want from you is a little help with this guilt thing. It's a real drag.
Spud, you can forget my help on this one. As Richard Nixon once said, paybacks are a
You're probably asking yourself, what kind of academic background does Spud's therapist have? I really don't know for sure, but I hear she's real cheap. Right now, it's time for a little music. Please give a warm hello to the Laura Love Band.
I had a little horse, but I pulled up late.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
We should hear you more on our television. You should hear us more on yours.
Hey, my name's Irish, Mr. Goodman's personal bodyguard. Between you and me, I gotta tell you, this gig is a piece of cake. Most celebrities hire me after they get famous. Nobody knows who this guy is. You might call him a bit of a wimp. Total wuss, actually. Take our visit to the tattoo parlor. God, I thought the guy was gonna wet his pants. Check it out.
Look, I think I'm having tattooer's remorse here, all right? I don't know if I want to go through with this.
Come on, Mr. Goodman, you've been begging me for months to bring you down here to get your first tattoo. What is the problem?
Problem? I'll tell you what the problem is. Piercing, eye-popping pain, that's what the problem is. I don't think I want to go through with this.
Come on, you know I've got 7 tattoos. It doesn't hurt. Not much anyway.
Yeah, see?
But no pain, no gain.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about taking an aerobics class here, right? I'm facing the needle. The needle, do you comprehend?
Come on, Mr. Goodman, you spent all this time designing your own personal tattoo. Why waste it?
I know. Well, you brought it with you, didn't you? I put a lot of work into that baby. What do you think?
It's a good thing I ditched that Care Bear design. I don't think he would have approved.
Hey, Irish. Oh, is this the guy that wants to...
Though I want to bolt out the door right now. I know I'd be chased down like a dog, brought back kicking and screaming. So what choice do I have here?
Tattooed on his butt?
No, not on my butt, on my arm. Who told you that?
He's okay.
Now look, you use like a general anesthetic or something, laughing gas, something to dull the pain, don't you?
I've got a baseball bat in the back with your name on it.
No, I know you're kidding. Because, you know, I don't want to wake up and have, like, tattoos all over my chest and my back. Because I'm just not into this Jim Rose Circus Sideshow thing. I gotta tell you that.
It's okay, Mr. Goodman. I'm here. I'll take care of you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, come on, let's go in the back. Let's just go.
What are you gonna do in the back?
We're gonna tattoo your butt.
No, it's my arm.
Oh, yeah, your arm. We're gonna tattoo your arm. Okay, now just
What is that?
Water.
Oh,
Just try to
well,
relax.
it's cold water. But, you know, it's okay because it is so hot in here.
Now
It is so, no, wait a second. This is so hot in here, though. It is so hot.
Would you
It's so
settle
hot.
down?
And what is that?
This
In
is
my
the
mom.
tattoo machine.
Where's my mom? My mom.
You're gonna
Can you
have
call
to
my
settle
mom?
down.
My mom. Oh, my mom. Hey, man, I'm really sorry about that. I hope I didn't embarrass you.
That's cool. She's a friend. She knows how to keep her mouth shut.
She did a great job.
Yeah.
And it didn't even hurt.
I told you.
Let me see it again. That is very cool.
Yeah.
I tell you, I promise, next time I am going to follow through and get my first tattoo. Very soon.
Yeah, sure.
All right, anyway, you hungry?
Yeah.
All right, I will buy. All right? I'll buy.
It's about time.
All right. All right, Lamar, we're out of here, but I want to tell you, I'm going to get a tattoo very soon. Maybe next week, next month, sometime. Very soon. I'll be calling you.
What a little baby, huh? I myself would kill to have body parts to tattoo and pierce. Though I'm tempted, Born to Lose on my forehead would not be such a good career move. Let's now check in with Spud's Uncle Steve and Mr. Big Shot Hollywood producer. I hear Big Brother's planning a visit.
Both Jerry and I resent this invasion of our privacy. We have constitutional rights, you know.
Look, random drug testing is going on all over the industry. It's for your own good. So if you want to participate, and for the record, I personally don't feel that you have a role here, then you better leave a urine sample in this cup and give it to security, okay?
Jerry here feels this sets a very dangerous precedent. We refuse to pee in your cup.
Look, I don't set policy, I just carry it out. Everybody on this show has to submit to random urinalysis testing. The insurance people insist on it.
Everyone?
Everyone.
We'll be contacting the ACLU about this. Or is it the AFL-CIO? Or is it the NEA? Or,
don't waste your time. Our legal people have given us the go-ahead. It's either do your thing in the cup or see you later, pal.
Okay. But I think you should know Jerry has a problem using public restrooms. He doesn't care to have people standing next to him at the urinal. It's dehumanizing.
I hear you. I feel exactly the same way.
Now, don't get me wrong, son. You know, I'm not questioning your masculinity here. Well, okay, maybe I am, but you know, I've always had these.
New. I mean, Father, hey, you remember when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 in Little League Baseball? When I got hit by that pitch and I started crying, you called me a baby? I mean, geez, that forkball shattered my nose in 5 separate places.
Hey, taking a pitch for the team is part of the game, kid. What we're talking about here is totally different. I'm talking about supermodels.
I have nothing against supermodels. I suppose there's a legitimate reason for their existence on Earth, but booking them strictly for ratings is too cheesy for my taste.
How many times do I have to tell you? Leno and Letterman have their ratio of 2.4 supermodels per week. It works. I mean, you have to balance out the Burt Reynolds and the Tony Randalls on these shows. My God, you can't survive on a total diet of old white guys.
If I have to book a supermodel to stay on the air, then maybe I am in the wrong business, Father.
Or maybe you don't care for, how shall I put this, the beauty of a supermodel. Spud, my son, do you prefer boys?
What?
Hey, it's okay. I'm not going to reject you because of your sexuality. You know, all I'm concerned with is making this show a monster hit. If you're gay, hey, who cares?
To the best of my knowledge, Father, I'm not gay.
Well, why the hell don't you get with the program then? The public has needs. The world loves supermodels. And the Nielsen families can't get enough of them.
Let's talk about this another time, all right? But if you do run into Kathy Ireland or Kate Moss, give them my best, though, would you?
You can color me indifferent on the supermodel issue. I like a little beef on my fantasies. Actually, I've been called a chubby chaser by my ex. I admit it. There's probably a Freudian connection here, but who the hell cares? A little flab turns my crank. So, back off, okay? All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Please, let's make arrangements to do this again next week. Once again, the Laura Love Band.